How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading whether the price is going up or down. Blight's Wrath is a tough RPG like Dark Souls built on XRP. So not going to cover over this, it just basically reiterates the title, but it's mirrored after Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and Diablo 2. Equilibrium founder Daniel Guntman told Decrypt via email that Blight Wrath is the studio's first game, and they jumped from the world of mess into gaming out of sheer passion for game development. They wanted to make RPG fantasy games with the focus on gameplay, he said. Bring back to the games you can enjoy to play for hours, much like probably how Skyrim and Fallout 4 were. Blight Wrath will remain free to play at launch, but will sell optional cosmetic NFTs on the XRP blockchain, which also powers Ripple's payment service. So there's a little glimpse of it here. There's a video that shows some gameplay if you're interested, if you want to visit this link. I don't have that set up for right now, but we're going to go on to the next one. SEC relieves LBRY of $44 million burden, seeks only $111K penalty. So you might be thinking, is the SEC changing their heart? Well, we'll see. The SEC on Friday asked the court to reduce the $22 million penalty levied against LBRY, recognizing that the decentralizing publishing platform may not be able to afford this punishment. So they are now seeking $111,000. The SEC is understanding that they are a defunct operation and don't have the funds to pay this larger fine. And the CEO said that this is not an act of goodwill, and that the SEC's decision to no longer seek dishonorment should not be read as a change of heart, but pure self-interest. It's purely just because they know, hey, if we have this charge, we're not going to get anything. At least this way we can get a chunk of money out of this company before they go bust. Samsung and Bank of Korea to deepen offline CBDC payments research. Samsung Electronics announced its partnership with the Bank of Korea to jointly conduct research aimed at developing an ecosystem for a central bank digital currency. Under this agreement, Samsung and the BOK will be conducting further research into CBDCs issued by the BOK, as well as collaborating on the offline payment sector. So, Samsung previously participated in a CBDC pilot with the BOK last year, during which it developed an offline CBDC technology which enables device-to-device transfers and payments through an NFC, near-field communication, so you touch your two phones together and it's done, even if you have no internet. So this is a good technology for the offline part, because it would allow banks and stuff to have transactions happen in sections that may not have internet, then they can connect later, and then the transactions can go through. However, I don't like the idea of Samsung leading the way of CBDCs and trying to be a global leader in CBDCs, so I probably will switch products. So, onto the charts. We did kind of fill our gap. We kind of pulled away from it. That's why I'm kind of warned when it happened that we could see it fill, and we've pretty much seen it fill pretty quickly. We could come up and fill it all the way with another candle or a little bit more of a push up, or we could possibly drop away from here, create a resistance area here, at which point we'd have a resistance with a gap, which it'd be harder to fill that gap. Our money flow is starting to inch away, RSI is trying to come up, stochastic's trying to run up, and our momentum's trying to come up with the green dot. So we are trying to push forward because we have a lot of green candles here. Over on our total market cap, our stochastic wants to make a bullish cross, RSI wants to make a little bit of a rebound here. Our momentum has a double green dot that is confirmed and is trying to curl upwards. So if we can continue this up, maybe this money flow will break bullish and start to head forwards. Over on Bitcoin, we did kind of bounce off our value area low. Made a kind of our breakout to our cup and handle that we suggested a few days ago, or our bull flag from yesterday, but we didn't really get a clean handle, so that's why we called more of a bull flag. Our RSI is curling up, stochastic's trying to push up, our VWAP's trying to push up, money flow is coming out, so watch out for that. Our momentum wants to curl up with a green dot, so if you see our money flow is starting to curl out, and it's very close to that neutral line, so these gains may not be long-lived. Over on the 4-hour, you can see we pretty much bounced into a support resistance area within this golden pocket, which is a manipulation area. So it is very likely that we could fall out very rapidly from here. Our stochastic's starting to get bearish divergences and fall away. We have a double red dot, and our momentum's starting to curl away. VWAP broke bearish. Our money flow is well into the red on the 4 hour, so the 4 hour we're in a bearish trend. We did kind of have a bit of a flag here on the 4 hour, but if you look here on the 2 hour, it's more of a double top or a small ascending channel that could bring us lower. Our stochastic's starting to curl away, RSI is starting to fall, momentum's crashing, our VWAP rejected breaking bullish, as well as the money flow kind of followed the exact same trajectory, and we're falling bearishly pretty aggressively. So the trend is in the bear's hand in the 2 hour, the 4 hour. On the 1 hour we are bullish, but not by much. RSI and our stochastic are trying to fall. Our momentum's coming down pretty strong and about to break neutral. And our VWAP is, our momentum is kind of hidden under that VWAP. And our VWAP is in the bearish zone. So the 1 hour we're looking pretty beat down. We have a red X here that could further bring us down. If this does act more like a channel, we might see a little bit more of a pump up and then a drop back down. Over on our futures, we still have this lower gap here around 26k, so we could fill that. However, remember that we do have the upper gap around 29k as well. So if we start to get some bullish trajectory, then that's most likely where we would go. Over on graph, we got quite a bit of gains today. We're just blasting right past that flag. Yeah, no gaps, so that's a good sign, but we'll get back to the hourly later. So the daily, you can see we finally broke that Fibonacci level that I've been warning about. Stochastic's trying to run up, RSI is trying to run up, our VWAP's trying to run up, momentum's coming up strong. Money flow is not the strongest though, so that has me a little concerned. Over on the 4 hour, our stochastic's pretty overbought, sorry. Our RSI is pretty flat, momentum's about to curl, VWAP's about to break. Money flow tried to go bullish and got rejected. And so the 4 hour's looking a little wishy-washy here, and we may start to fall away. Over on the 2 hour, stochastic's trying to recover with a little bit of a cross, so we'll see if it can maintain this range with the RSI. But our RSI is a red dot that could bring us down. Momentum's starting to come down, money flow is coming out, and our VWAP is coming down as well. So overall, this could be like where we get rejected if we get rejected, but we could make a very big cup and handle here too, and have some further upside if that does happen. If that did happen, we could get around that channel that we had, which that would be bullish for us, as if we can get into that channel and break away from it, that would be very strong for us, and we'd see some very nice movements. Over on Anchor, we'll get to the daily. We have pretty big of a pretty much the same candle as graph, bouncing off that value area low. Stochastic RSI running up, VWAP's running up, our momentum's running up, money flow's kind of curling away though, so that's a little worrisome. 4 hours looking a little toppy here. We rejected a green candle that should have pushed us forward with these two signals, however we're falling away. Our stochastic's falling, double red dot momentum, and we're falling, and our RSI is losing strength. Our VWAP's breaking bearish, and our money flow is starting to break bearish, and it rejected across and just stayed on the neutral line, so it didn't even go into the bullish zone. At 2 hour, we are slightly bullish on the money flow, but our momentum, stochastic, and RSI are falling. Our VWAP is in the bearish zone and slightly starting to fall, so we are seeing things start to fade away for us here on the 2 hour. This could be a descending triangle too, which could have further breakdown. Over on the 1 hour, our stochastic wants to make a rebound. Our money flow wants to make a rebound. Stochastic's trying to rebound. Our VWAP's trying to rebound, and our RSI is flat. So if we are able to break away with a bullish push, that could invalidate these, and we could retest some of this higher resistance at 3-4. However, if we do start to fall away from here, we could see a little bit further downside, which would probably break us down back into this range, at which point if we break that range, then we could see some of those lower ranges that we showed back here. So over on XRP, I told you to zoom in. There we go. We are kind of getting a ascending triangle here, but it's kind of sloppy. Our stochastic wants to run up, but it's starting to kind of curl away. RSI could curl away, but it is trying to push up. Our VWAP is pretty flat. Money flow is in the bearish zone, but it's not very strong in the bearish zone. It just can't break bullish and stay bullish. Our momentum is trying to curl up, so if that money flow can break bullish, that would be good for us, but we're well in the bearish zone on the 4 hour for money flow. Stochastic's trying to run up, RSI is trying to run up, momentum's trying to come up, VWAP's trying to come up, so everything but our money flow is trying to push us forward, and we have a little bit cleaner of an ascending triangle here on the 4 hour, so that could push us up. Our stochastic's trying to run up, but it's starting to curl out on the 2 hour. RSI is starting to curl out. Momentum and VWAP are starting to curl out. Our money flow could continue going into this bearish zone. It rejected going bullish, so not really good for the money flow on any time frame. In 1 hour, the money flow is just wishy-washy, doesn't know where it wants to be. Our stochastic wants to push forward, but looks like it could give up some gains. Our RSI looks like it's about to follow suit. Our momentum and our VWAP are about to break down as well, it looks like. So we don't look too strong here, and we may see some further downside. Finally, on Algo, we are getting a little bit of a rounding bottom here as well. Stochastic's trying to run up, RSI is trying to push forward, VWAP, momentum's trying to push forward, but our money flow just isn't. Our money flow on the 4 hour has maintained a bullish trend, but it's just barely clinging on. Our stochastic's forming bearish divergences, our RSI is trying to push forward, and our momentum could curl out, and that VWAP's giving up strength as well. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic looks like it wants to make a little bit of a rebound. RSI is trying to rebound, but our momentum's trying to fall with a red dot. Money flow did break bearish, and our VWAP is starting to push away from that neutral zone into the bearish territory. So we're not looking too strong on the 2 hour either. Finally, on the 1 hour, stochastic's trying to kind of curl away and overall get lower highs. Our stochastic's trying to push up. Our momentum wants to go up with a green dot, so we'll have to see if this money flow can stay bullish and our VWAP can stay up and keep going. We are looking slightly bullish here on the 1 hour. Probably a little better than some of the other coins, but Algo did respectively get beat down way worse than most other coins, just because of a lot of the FUD. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night.